Are you ready? Let's go!
Don't you sometimes just want to talk about everything? You know, there's days when you can just talk about anything. Need to sit back and chat about nothing at all? Nothing But Julie, coming at you with fun and creative topics and interviews.
Did you hear Julie's podcast? She's got the greatest topics.
Come join the chat about everything, anything, and nothing. So unwind and tune in to Nothing But Julie. Great topics and cool interviews with some pretty awesome people. And now, without further delay, here's Nothing But Julie.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nothing But Julie. This is your host, Julie Schrager. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Today is Monday, January 25th, 2021. And I celebrated yet another birthday yesterday. I turned 52. Oddly enough, I don't feel 52. But then again, what is 52 supposed to feel like? I remember right before I turned 40, friends and people that I knew that had already turned 40 would say things to me like, enjoy your last days of your 30s because once you turn 40, that's when everything goes to hell. Well, I don't remember anything going to hell in my 40s. As a matter of fact, I felt like I was thriving. You know, I didn't understand what they meant. Then when I was about to turn 50, it was pretty much the same, response to when I was about to turn 40. So since I turned 50, I had like a few blips on the radar, but nothing in comparison to what I was told about, things going downhill. Now, I know that sooner or later things will, which is why it's so important for me to take care of myself even more now than when I turned 40, or when I was in my 40s. But, what happens to one person might not happen to another. So when I turned 52 yesterday, I thought, oh God, now I'm my second year in my 50s. Everything's going to suck. Well, yeah. Let's be honest. I mean, sometimes when I get up, it's more like a "Oy" kind of a thing. It's not, jumping right up like I used to. But it's still fine and okay. Do I have a few more aches and pains than I had, in my 40s? Yeah. But it's not a huge detriment. So maybe that's what people meant. The smaller kinds of things. But I also feel like if you, do your best in taking care of your one body inside and out, that all of that can not be as bad as I think what people say. That's why I kind of try not to believe everything I hear. And I actually look forward to getting older and wiser and smarter and more patient. Well, patience is a virtue. But I tend not to listen to what most people say about, age, because it's different for everybody. You might have somebody that has put on some weight and things start to, get worse for them. Or some people who just have a completely different type of a life. So I am happy to have turned 52. I feel like now more than ever the future is bright, whereas last week I felt like it was bleak. I've just kind of talked myself through all that negative feeling because I there's no reason to live that way. But yay, I turned 52 and it was a great day. Definitely a different form of celebration. It's frustrating to me that I am, being socially distant still and not having a party or a get together with friends or family because of COVID. And then, I look on social media and here's all these people gathering together, celebrating birthdays, and 20, 30, 40 people all hugging each other, no masks. I get so frustrated with this because I know we're all frustrated with COVID and having to kind of live a different life because it's still around, but it's still around because of what everybody is doing wrong. And it's frustrating to see people celebrating when they shouldn't be. They should not be. And here I am, finally waiting for the smoke to clear and for things to get better, but it's not because people are still, doing the wrong thing. And so I did not celebrate my birthday in the manner in which I would have liked to because of that. So you can understand how frustrating it is to see others celebrating without caring. But, look, you can't change people and you can't change how people are going to be. I just hope that at some point things start to get better. I don't see how things are going to get better when there are people that are acting like idiots. But it is what it is. I am going to still continue to socially distance myself and be cognizant of everyone else around me. And I'm hoping that there are more of those people than those that, are still having gatherings. But it was still a wonderful day for me. And it was nice to be able to celebrate yet another birthday. So I'm getting past what I want my Monday mission to be, which is to continue celebrating my life and being happy and enjoying every day as it comes. And although I do get frustrated with what's going on in the world, I have to keep being positive. And so that's what my Monday mission is going to be. I'm going to keep on celebrating me and being alive and having air in my lungs because I know tomorrow the sun will rise and it'll be a new day. So I hope that you all have a wonderful week and please stay safe.